Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. Last time, we entered the Temple of Ice and got a grappling hook, which is not quite able to deal with all of our problems, because this ain't one of those Zelda games. We use every dungeon item, and that's the way we likes it. This time, we're in the first basement floor of said Temple of Ice, and we're gonna be using the grappling hook to solve some problems, but not others. Just the way we likes it. Opening chest numero uno on our hit list today, and it's a big red rupee. Something tells me that that one's actually a potion. I don't have any way of actually knowing that. Guides are a little bit lacking in pointing that out, and I can't exactly test it myself right now, but it would make sense. Boing oing. I'm so reluctant to call you my friend after I know the horrible things your kind is capable of now. Stand before the great and ominous tightrope challenge. Do you fully comprehend what that means? No. You must cross the wobbly tightrope. What you say? Where is this tightrope? You can make one by connecting a rope between two pegs, can't you? There are quite a few uses for this one singular item. It's able to lower the defense of the stag beetles. It's able to, be kind of a stun, hit enemies that are flying. And it can do that as well. Can pull switches from afar. Make all sorts of cool stuff happen. It's gonna make fighting on this ice with these enemies ramming you a lot At least I was hoping it would make it easier. Come here. Come here. Come here. I hit him how many times and that didn't count? Knock it off. Literally. Knock it off, Fox. There we go. Now, I guess we'll just pull this. Whoa. Ooh, that's painful to look at. The tongue is a timer. The more it's pulled out, the more time you get to get over there. Go, 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 go. Barely. Small key. Now, I want to debunk some myths about the grappling hook. Oh, we had more time than I thought. I've seen some sources very inconsistently claim things about it. Roughly 50% of the sources that I've looked at claim that it can steal items from enemies without having to defeat them. Yet the other 50% of sources that I've seen make no mention of this whatsoever. I tried out the grappling hook on every enemy that I could possibly find after obtaining it. I can't speak for enemies that can't be fought after getting it. Ooh, wisdom gem. I guess I'm dropping one of those on you right now. My wisdom nugget for you is that I tested it out on every enemy that I could possibly find, and I found that it is able to take keys from phantoms if they have them, but it doesn't do anything else aside from removing the armor of the stag beetles. It is just a ranged attack that deals with flying enemies without having to use arrows. At least some of the time. As you can see here, it's not always consistent. I think that this is just confusion because it steals keys, so people assume it steals other items, and it has that effect in Wind Waker as well, and people just kind of assume that, oh, if it was true in that game, it's probably true in this game. Yet, I was able to find no evidence that it actually does this. If you have anything that proves me wrong, I'd love to hear it, because, I admit I don't know everything about it. I have definitely gotten some things wrong up to this point, and I've learned some interesting stuff from you guys, and I thank you for that. I appreciate it. There's just a lot of misinformation. Collateral damage! It's always so great whenever you kill an enemy without meaning to, just because you're going about your business and you just happen to be in the way of your boomerang. Okay. Next up. Oh, I gotta hit a switch, don't I? It's all the way over there. Bombing it. Back once again, back over this way, after opening that. This. Pain and suffering. Opens the door, and with the red blocks out of the way, it's time to do a speed run. Now, with these ice physics, I feel like I have to force a lot of things that I do, where I am constantly pressing down the stylus hard in various directions to get Link to move in certain ways. The touchscreen is not analog, so pressing hard doesn't matter, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm moving it rapidly, feeling like I am having to force a lot of things that I'm doing. Just when you thought you'd seen the longest tongue of them all! Ugh! Eat your heart out, Gene Simmons. Now, I was saying that if you think that Phantom Hourglass makes your hands cramp, I wholeheartedly agree. First time that I played it, I felt like it was hard to play for long periods of time because my hands cramp. I have very large hands, and DS styluses are weird. They started out really tiny, but then they got better after a while. They kept getting larger and larger with each new iteration. My personal favorite to this day is the DSi XL stylus. I love those things, and if you know where I can get any, I would love to know, because I've lost all of mine over the years, and I haven't been able to find another one again for a long time, and no game store really seems to ever know what I'm talking about, and I show them a picture, and they're like, wow, that looks really cool. Why don't they make those anymore? I'd love to have one myself, and yeah, it's sort of a curse knowing the joy that was that thing, because not a lot of people had DSi XLs as far as I know. Anyway. They peaked at that point, and then they just started getting teeny tiny again to the point where, come on, Nintendo, I have used toothpicks larger than these styli. It's annoying playing games that rely on the touchscreen when you have such big hands. Also, a Zol was more dangerous than a Yukon was the phase 2 of that fight. I mean, I won't lie, the Zol did give me more trouble, but oh, well, I guess they're honest. That blade trap is just barely too high to chop our rope. Which means that Link himself has to watch out to not be the one who's chopped. Only one rope may be there at a time. I didn't know that could hurt people. But yeah, I'm saying that if you want to play this game and you have large hands and it's been kind of hurty on your hands to do it, probably get some kind of ergonomic stylus. If you can track down a DSi XL one. There are third-party ones that extend, and that's what I'm personally using right now, and that's worked out great for me. I would rather have the alternative any day of the week, but this definitely gets the job done. It's a criticism that I think is very valid, and I can say that to a degree I definitely hear where you're coming from. Boing oing, it's easy to leap farther than you ever thought possible. All you must do is use the rope in new and creative ways. Remember when I said there were possibly more uses for this item? Oh, it's still delivering. Living slingshot! Right into the ice. Seriously, Link, how do you... I can accept super drowning skills, but super freezing skills, actually? Another use for this item is breaking pots in a line. It looks really funny just how specific it is with how it grabs stuff. Pulls items to you. Spin attack. And it looks like there's not a whole bunch of things that could be other than the boss key. Saw a red rupee upon entering this room, and by bombing that wall, that gets that for us! Can I connect these? Yes, I can. But I can't get on top of that thing without ruining my shoes and getting several blisters on my feet, so I guess we're not going to be climbing on top of it, because you climb on top of the peg, not on top of the rope. Give me that. Your accessories are not permitted. You look great just the way you are with your purple. 3 chests. We already have all the important collectibles, so it's not that big a deal if we don't get the chest, but I'll definitely keep an eye out for them. Oh, hey, look, it's an enemy. I mean, another use for the grappling hook. It removes their masks as well. They're kind of an old enemy, but it's an example of how new items can give you new ways of fighting old foes. Another thing that I appreciate. Do you... I guess we'll deal with you later. It's not that bad. Thankfully, it doesn't set the rope ablaze. We can use that. Pull over there. Oh, nope. No. Pull over to this one, too. And, okay, up there. I gotta say, this sounds like a weird thing to say about this particular game, because I understand that it's not the most stellar, spectacular, favorite Zelda title of them all, but it feels really good to be playing this here, because I'd actually wanted to do this for a long time. I have a history with Phantom Hourglass Let's Plays. As funny as that sounds, trust me, I'm a weird person, so trust me, I really mean what I'm saying here. There was, for those of you that know about Zelda Universe, when they opened up their YouTube channel, they uploaded a video walkthrough of Phantom Hourglass that was in perfect capture quality. And this was in a time where nobody had a good way of recording DS games. I was so jealous of it. By the way, this face looks really cute, how like that up there is the nose, this is like a little tiny smile, and then those are the eyes. Sorry, I just had to point that out real quick. Yeah, they had a Phantom Hourglass video walkthrough at a time where nobody could record DS games in good quality. Maybe I should pay attention to the puzzle at hand before I tell you the story. You bounce them off of that, so they're not only fire resistant, but also terror resistant. It's a good thing they didn't cheap out on the rope quality, because I'm going to need it to save the world. There's our small key. Now, I was really curious how they achieved this, because I could find no way to record DS stuff in good quality. It was a time before hardware modifications, and a time before official re-releases on the Wii U. There was just no way to do it. So I asked them, is there a way that I could get that, or perhaps buy it off of the person who has the setup? And the answer was a hard no. The guy who made that lived in the Midwestern United States, over 1,000 miles away from me. He built the setup himself. It took, I want to say, like hundreds of dollars of his own money for him to develop it. It was a massive setup that took up the entire top of a desk. And the setup was extremely delicate with many exposed boards and wires and stuff. It was not conveniently inside of a case. So it would have to be moved by car if it was moved any way whatsoever. And then to top it off, his setup broke as soon as he completed the Phantom Hourglass walkthrough. At least it's what he told me. I don't know if that was just a way of getting rid of me, but that's what he told me. I was so torn up that a DS recording setup existed for a time, and I wasn't able to get it, and it was just forever an impossible thing. But then they became common, and people started modifying hardware and stuff, and it became a lot easier to do. That's how it was. That's how it was back in my day. You know, back in the old days, we didn't have hardware modification people. The only hardware modders did it for nefarious purposes to hurt game publishers. Among various other archival purposes, of course. We hop on top of this peg, and now we're gonna do some platforming with this thing. This does not stop delivering, and I love it. Platform on top of this and open the way up. Or down. No one ever said the Earth wasn't upside down in space, you know. For all you know, maybe up has been down your entire life, and it's just your point of view from being on the Earth. Forgot you still didn't have your armor there. You were struggling along that whole time, just fearing the inevitable death, and I drew it out very long by telling stupid stories about Let's Plays in 2009. But point is, because of my history with it, it feels kind of special to me to finally be making videos of Phantom Hourglass in particular, and ever since I realized that somebody could have a superior viewing experience by not having their hand blocking part of the screen if they were watching someone play, it was something that I wanted to do. Listen into the comments. And once again, the boss key is right next to the boss door. I guess 1 out of 6 times is pretty good mileage for your mechanic. Step into the blue light to return to the temple's entrance. This is the only time that there is not a room before the boss, and it's just normally part of the floor that teleporter appears in. This was not always going to be the case. There is an unused room that uses the terrain of this dungeon that was meant to be a pre-boss room. You can see it here. It implies perhaps maybe this was going to go a little bit differently. Gleeok, two-headed dragon, because we gotta have a fire and ice enemy. It's rearing up to pull out a fireball, create a rope at the right angle, and it's a fire-resistant rope too, but unfortunately not a bite-resistant rope. Guess it couldn't be all perfect. Oh wait, no. That was bad. Okay, you're rearing up. Get ready. Remember that it's not necessary to drag the grappling hook to the first point that you want to use it on. You can just simply tap on the point you want to use it on to instantly draw a line. Or at least draw it very quickly, if not instantly. And we've shattered their masks up quite a bit. They've had enough of that. They're diving underwater and creating a tidal wave. Hop on top of the peg to get precious little height to not get hurt by it, and then these chunks of ice come out. They can be broken for hearts. Or nothing. But preferably hearts. Which one of you is rearing up for an attack first? I'm ready. Twirling it over my head. You better. Oh, no. Whoa! No. Okay, well, he's giving me a second chance, I guess. I would take pity on me, too, after that kind of performance. He walks up, he bites that. And looks like the face of the ice one's been exposed. Whoop! No. You guys are good at taking pity. I like that talent. He bites that. We can't get a good shot, though. And here we go. He launches the... Oh, no. Come on. I am really bad at doing this in a timely manner. At least they give you 2 chances per cycle. There it is. Both of the heads exposed. Down they go again, and hop aboard. This is a much more intense fight than I thought it was going to be. It is a little bit slow and tactical, but it's just downright cool. And I ain't just talking about those chunks of ice that totally hurt you if they get too close to the peg, so you're not all safe up there. It's pretty creative. I also want to direct attention to the fact that they did 3/4 of a heart of damage to me each time. There haven't been a lot of enemies hitting hard, but this one hits for 1.5 hearts without the half damage. Not getting me. Red's stepping right up on his own. There's only 2 pegs now. And we interconnect those 2 to bring him down, and we attack away. Maybe. Oh. Not sure if this will actually lower the number of cycles, but because we don't really need the defense anymore, we might as well use our fire sword. I prefer using the fire sword over the defense anyway. Whoop! Not charging up your attack on me. Au contraire, I am doing the same to you. Besides your ice element, I'm sure you're weak to fire or something, even though the fire sword really doesn't do anything besides looking cool. Down they go. And now we have a lot more big chunks of ice. Stuff that we can't break quite as easily, stuff that's not going to give health. It's going to give the opposite of health, in fact. Death. Go upstream. Did a good job there. For one with such stubby little legs, you do a very good job balancing and running against the current. Which one of you's coming? Ah, icy. Oh. Ready for ya? Pull that tongue! That is the best use of this item that I have learned. And hit me all the way back here. You're not really trying all that hard, it doesn't look like. Pull you in. There it is. Curious what they looked like under the water, having only half of their body turned to sand. You got more sand for the Phantom Hourglass. 2 minutes have been added. I see the crest of the Exalt. That dragon had kidnapped Crom, and now we have rescued him. But first, we have won his heart. This is a nice view. Okay, I'm showing this in the 2-screen view because that's a beautiful view. I wish more of the game looked like this. Wow. DS can do good 3D. It's just kind of rare, and it's very limited, so I don't blame them for not designing all games around it. That's why I wasn't terribly surprised that Pokemon didn't immediately go 3D right away. However, you got the Azurine! It's 1 metal you need to make the Sacred Sword. Only a sword forged of 3 pure metals has the power to defeat Bellum. You got the pure metal you were looking for! You did it, Link! Things got pretty wild and woolly on this island, but it was all worth it. You're right, the Inoki were very fluffy. More prettiness. The Temple of Ice is actually one of the better looking areas. It's gorgeous with all the crystals everywhere and the look of this back room. No blandness here, no siree. At least except for the music. I forgot what the map looked like. Caught me off guard. What have I done to that poor thing? Looks like you got your hands on that azurine. Nice going, guy. You, guy, I'm Aru. No, seriously, the real deal. So here's the story. There I was, sipping my stew, and all of a sudden a crazy uke bagged me. Maybe it was when you exposed the uke, it was pretending to be me, but that barrier thing was keeping me locked up, dropped, and I escaped. So, thanks for that. If you're looking for a thank you gift, you're out of luck. Or were you looking for a compliment? Well then, get back. Hit. Ready? Here comes your fancy compliment. You're something amazing! You know that guy! Oh wow, and he's like a dog doing tricks, where every time I motion to him, he just does it. Oh god, it looked like I was whipping him there for a second because I hit him with the sword and then he let out the yelp. Anyway, that's the ice temple down. Next time on The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, we're gonna be exploring much of the world with our shiny new grappling hook. See you guys then.